Are you struggling to describe maps in IELTS Writing Task 1? Not sure how to compare locations, highlight key changes, or use the right vocabulary? You're in the right place. Today I'm going to teach you a simple but powerful method to write a perfect answer for IELTS maps. By the end of this lesson, you will know exactly how to identify key changes in maps quickly. Use advanced vocabulary for describing locations and changes. Structure your answer for maximum clarity and high scores. Avoid common mistakes that lower your band score. So, grab your notebook and let's get started. What are IELTS Writing Task 1 map questions? In IELTS Writing Task 1, you will sometimes see a question with 2 or 3 maps of the same place at different time periods. Your job is to describe and compare the key differences. Some common time frames in map questions are like this: past versus present. For example, you will see 2 maps of the same place, but one of them is in 1990 and the other one is 2020. And you need to describe and compare the key changes. Present versus future. Today versus proposed development. Or it could be 3 time periods instead of 2. For example, 1920, 2000s, and 2020. So what the examiner wants to see? The examiner wants to see your ability to spot major changes. Use of spatial vocabulary: north, next to, beside, and of course, the examiner wants to see your ability to correct verb tenses and passive voice. And here I need to warn you again. Many students describe everything in the map instead of focusing on major changes. Remember, you do not have to mention every single detail. This is one of the most common mistakes students fall into, and we don't want you to lose the high score over something unnecessary. Focus on the major changes and that's it. The best way to write a clear, well-organized answer is to follow a simple 4-paragraph structure. I talked about this structure in my last video, I think, and we are learning how to use this structure to answer the maps questions. And we will practice using this to answer more types you may face in Task 1. Today is all about maps, so what is Band 9 writing structure for map questions? Paragraph 1, Introduction. Paraphrase the question. Paragraph 2, Overview. Biggest changes. Paragraph 3, detail the changes, north versus south, or before versus after. Paragraph 4, more details and comparisons. We will start with the paragraph 1, Introduction. The first thing that you need to do is rewrite the question in your own words. Don't change the meaning, just use synonyms, and here you can show off a bit. Use the advanced, sophisticated words. Let's see an example. Example question. The 2 maps below show changes to a small town between 2000 and 2020. So the Band 9 paraphrased introduction could be: the given maps illustrate the transformation of a small town over a 20-year period from 2000 to 2020. As you can see in the example, you need to use synonyms for key words in the question. The 2 maps, the given maps. Show changes illustrates the information. Between 2000 and 2020, over a 20-year period, from 2000 to 2020. So, by doing this, you avoided copying the question directly. Paragraph 2, Overview. Major changes. The overview is the most important part of your answer. So, What to include in your overview? You need to include the biggest transformations. For example, the area became more urbanized. You need to include the major developments. For example, more residential areas were added. And you need to add the overall trends. The town became more modernized. Full example of overview could be like this. Overall, the town underwent significant modernization. A rural landscape with large open spaces was transformed into an urban area with new residential and commercial buildings. Additionally, transportation infrastructure was expanded to accommodate the growing population. Avoid details here. Just summarize the major trends and use phrases like overall, in general. It is evident that this is lead us to the paragraph 3 and 4. Detail the changes. Now, let's describe the changes in detail. You can organize your response from north to south, before versus after, depending on the question. For example detail paragraphs. Paragraph 3. What changed in the north? In the northern part of the town, the farmland was replaced by a large shopping mall. Additionally, a highway was constructed connecting the residential areas to the commercial district. Paragraph 4. What changed in the south? In the southern section, several houses were demolished to make space for high-rise apartment buildings. Furthermore, a new train station was introduced, significantly improving public transport options. So, we organized the information we could see on the map in two paragraphs, the north side and what happened there first. Then we moved to the south and what happened there. And here you should use passive voice for describing changes. It's a map, and we don't know who is responsible for the changes and who actually built that factory or knocked down the old school. So always use the passive voice. A new park was constructed. The farmland was converted into a shopping mall. Use linking words for comparisons. While the northern part saw more commercial development, the southern section focused on housing. To boost your vocabulary score, use advanced synonyms when describing changes. Instead of a new building was built, try a hospital was constructed. A shopping center was established. Instead of a road was added, try a highway was extended. A railway line was introduced. Using varied vocabulary makes your writing more impressive. You need to show the examiner that you are capable of expressing ideas and using advanced vocabulary. Now it's your turn. Try writing a sample answer in the comments and I will revise it for you. I'll leave you with a question example for 2 to 3 minutes. this video helped you, please hit like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more IELTS tips. And hopefully, see you soon. Bye!